Welcome on in, friends. Special edition of the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. Wednesday night baseball we have for you here as we get ready to continue this eMLB World Series. We will change the stage from Petco Park to Globe Life Field for tonight's action as the Rangers will try to get back into this, down 2-0, all Padres thus far. Here's some highlights that we want to talk about. Here's the first thing that stuck out like a sore thumb from game number 2. Defense. Where was it? And specifically in question, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 69 games he played in the regular season at first base, sharing time with John Cowgill over there. John having one hell of a pitching performance. Nothing to show for it, though, as Paul Bailey pretty much matched him stride for stride. What an epic battle we had in Game 2 between those two. But Vlad, 2 errors just in Game 2 alone. He had 2 errors in 69 games played at first base this past season. That was on 560 total chances. So Vlad picked the wrong time to have the yips. Texas is going to give him a reset. He'll be playing at DH tonight. Cowgill, fresh off a day off from pitching, he will be your first baseman for game number 3 here. And yeah, it is interesting to note, since Midnight Dreary just brought it up, 3 of the errors that Texas committed were all in at-bats involving Jack Lawless. Did anybody get a confirmation on if those bats had any form of pine tar or grease on it, or, you know, Crisco? I don't know. Does it say it again? Did I screw that up? Dear Lord. Yeah, I screwed it up. Thank you. It is supposed to say SD. Tim, if I didn't have you, I wouldn't know which end is up. I wouldn't know my butt from my tea kettle. All that good old stuff. You get the idea. All right, so thank you. I've updated it appropriately, although Jamie Thurman is now really sad because he was like, hey, I'm up to nothing. So what else do we want to talk about? Well, tonight, this might be the beginning on where we really have a litmus test on where Texas's capability of winning this series will be. 17-game winner Daniel Pratt is still on the shelf, will not be available for this entire postseason. That is likely. This is the game that we would have assumed that Pratt would likely have gone front and center. So next man up is going to be the Scottish screwball, Marty McCleary. McCleary is 1-0 with a 3.43 ERA this postseason. But once again, not having Daniel Pratt might be a big storyline here. In case you didn't know, Daniel Pratt does have one postseason shutout. Having just one postseason shutout puts you in the top 100 of all time. Would you believe that for postseason? Now remember, postseason's a little weird these days when you think about it, because again, we play a lot more games now than we did way back when. So it's much easier to get on things. Keep that in mind when we talk about it. Now, again, when we talk about that, let's transition. The Chems have been playing pretty decent so far in this series, and, well, Asher would like to be doing a little bit better, but the Chems, of course, we'll be talking about them. We have worked a lot better with our AI research to now have the postseason leaderboards in a far better position to be able to offer that, and you're going to hear about Yuna and Asher later. They played an awful lot of postseason games. For Asher, maybe only Jeter is the only name that's more synonymous at short than Asher Kim so far. Although, depending upon where you come from or your region, you might say other people like, Ozzie Smith, which I'd get, for example. And then, of course, for center fielders for Una. We'll talk about that. Jimmy Sherman will get the start in this one tonight. Sherman, of course, pretty steady Eddie when he comes to things. He does have 5 postseason wins already in his history. And with him being 27 years young, assuming San Diego continues to be a prominent playoff contender, he'll continue to boost himself up on career leaderboards there. Jack Trainer has been doing well in his role for the Rangers as a leadoff guy. The question mark is, where's the rest of the bats right now? Because there is a big change being done here in the bottom third of the lineup. The starting 6 are going to be the same, but the bottom third of the lineup is going to have a change. Sebastian Wagner, who has a very cold bat right now, he is going to be off the bench. Little Hawk Andre Dawson is going to get the start in this one. The Rangers come into this game 3 with a total 127 team average. That ain't going to win you many games. They're fortunate to consider that they were competing through that 10th inning yesterday in the 2-1 loss. Well, 2 days ago, technically, sim-wise. So we'll keep an eye on that change. Of course, we've been talking about Charlie Matzke for most of the series as well. The rookie from Princeton to the Prince of San Diego with his 2-run home run in his first ever World Series game. Then he followed it up with a double 1-for-4 in game number 2. Matzke, it might be way early to put a cart before the horse here, but knowing that San Diego has often said budgetary concerns have always been an issue, does Charlie Matzke, if he continues to overperform here, does he make this San Diego Padres squad seriously consider a trade of Fernando Tatis's $35 million contract? That would be an interesting thing, but something to keep in mind, as again, every time you're watching Charlie Matzke, you're watching a man who's yet to have an official at-bat in the regular season, and he looks like he's trying to audition for a shot on that. The Padres bench made an immediate impact when we watched game number 2. We didn't see Al Hinton in game 1. He went 2 for 4. Juan Benitez, who was your NLCS MVP against the, I was going to say the Cardinals, but the Phillies, excuse me. He went 1 for 3 in his first game, including a walk. They are both scheduled to be in this lineup again tonight. That is a bunch of the stuff we wanted to talk about at the start of the show. All right. So with that, let me get us positioned over. I know flying is likely here, but we will offer once again if anybody wants to take over doing the bets for tonight as we get into tonight's official game. Again, we changed the setting. We had 1 day off. Now we are at Globe Life Field. Marty McCleary will get the start. Again, Daniel Pratt might be very much missed in this particular game. I see Mrs. Kamish has provided the picture of what I am wearing tonight, so if you like the shirt, you want to check it out, go to the Witchy Hockey Mom store, which I will provide the link for anybody who wants to check it out. Again, there's many things, not just the eMLB or Fluffy Kitty Ninja stuff, but if you want to check it out, we appreciate your consideration. You are supporting small business in its full outright when you support the store. All right, let me make sure I got the lineups perfect as requested for San Diego. It will be Una, Lawless, Kim, the law office of Kim, Lawless, and Kim at the top. Mason Hour and left. Mason Hour as at first. Yep, and yep, perfect. With Jimmy Sherman getting the start. Looks like the bullpen is completely healthy. So we expect a full option of pitchers available tonight for the Padres. Meanwhile, for the Rangers, Bill McClure is possibly unavailable tonight after throwing 40 pitches in Game 2, 3 1/3 innings of work. He'll just tell you laws are meant to be broken. That's what his signature storyline is. Dylan Humphrey is still listed as unable to play. A little bit of home problems. The old repairs at home when you had 4 extra days before the Fall Classic began, and he funked his elbow up enough, but the understanding is if this series goes beyond 4, that Humphrey could be an option off the bench. Maybe they could have used him last night as a capable defender at first. All right. Perfect. Lineups are exactly as requested. Again, we're assuming Bill McClure will likely not be available tonight. Over 57,000 in attendance. Roof is closed here at Globe Life Field, so the wind will not be a factor in tonight. With that, we are ready to get this game underway, friends. Let's introduce your starting lineups. San Diego comes here to Globe Life Field in command with a 2-0 lead. They'll try to keep on building on it. Here's your starting lineup for the Padres as we start this one. The Queen of Diamonds, Una Kim, will be in center field. 6th all-time in postseason with hits at 108 and already in 4th in several other categories. She leads it off in center field. Batting first, Jack Lawless, Midnight Dreary's community grad player, is at second base. He'll bat second in this one. Asher Kim, the shortstop, the 30-year-old, will play bat third and play short. Mason Hours, 32 home runs against right-handers, gets itself into the cleanup spot against McCleary tonight. Again, no home runs against left-handed bats for Hour. He is your cleanup hitter in left. Louis Manzanares is at first base tonight, batting 5th. Al Hinton played just 1 game yesterday, game 2. 2 for 3 in that one. He's in right field, batting 6th. Juan Resendez had a home run off of John Cowgill to tie it at 1. He's your DH tonight, batting 7th. From Princeton University to the Prince of San Diego, Charlie Matzke has a home run and a double for a guy who's never played a regular season game. He'll bat 8th, playing 3rd. Juan Benitez is your catcher, batting 9th, and Jimmy Sherman is on the mound. Rangers will send Jack Trainer. Trainer has 3 hits in this series, probably more hits than anybody else combined. He leads it off in left. Alex Lee is your shortstop, batting 2nd. Lola Thurman is your catcher, batting 3rd. John Calvia will be at first tonight after Vladimir Guerrero's 2 errors on game 2. Vlad will be the DH. Chris Reeves is at 3rd base. Andre Dawson is at 2nd, batting 7th. Wyatt Langford in right field tonight will bat 8th. Maurice Hampton will be in center, batting 9th with his 2 gold gloves. And Ari McCleary, the Scottish screwball, on the mound tonight. Let's get to Globe Life Field. hello. I look down and the darn thing's working this time. I'm sure someone had muted all typed up and ready to hit send. Go figure. This thing is mind effing us, chat. Welcome on in to game number 3 of the eMLB World Series, sponsored by APM Music, sponsored by Moon Brew, and special shout out to Out of the Park Developments for the giveaways. Again, there is a giveaway for those just coming in from Doc Stream. I know he was giving away packs there. Well, good news, we continue to do pack giveaways thanks to Out of the Park. For every single game of this World Series, you have an opportunity to win up to 26 packs. Why 26 packs? If you didn't know, this past Sunday made eMLB's 26th birthday. Yeah, it says since 2000 right where my finger is pointing. So July 19th, 2000 is when we began. Not all of it was in Out of the Park. We originally began in High Heat Baseball for a couple of seasons, but go back to Out of the Park 5 is when eMLB began its adventures with OOTP. Over 23 years now of working with Out of the Park. Here is your defensive alignment for the Rangers before we get underway tonight. Jack Trainer will be in left field. Maurice Hampton is in center. Wyatt Langford will be in right field for this one. Chris Reeves over third base. Alex Lee's your shortstop. Andre Dawson, the third, is over at second. John Cowgill at first for his first defensive assignment in this series. The right side of the diamond with new defenders tonight. Lola Thurman behind the dish. She's got many gold gloves and she's got a 100 catcher arm rating. Run on her if you dare. A reminder, all ratings you see on your screen are using the scaled ratings of 1 to 100. There are many different scales and Out of the Park. We choose 1 to 100 because when you do boosts, it is a little easier for you to see some progress in your player. And of course, if you've never used the editor, you won't know that some of the ratings go 1 to 600, some go 1 to 250, some go 1 to 200. So we have to streamline that baby and make sure that you can easily even out who is good at what. Meanwhile, hit up the press box because brisket sandwiches are apparently being earned because there's no way that Tim Lowry would have snuck that into Globe Life Field. On the hill today from the 1.0 universe, known just simply as the Scottish Screwball because he originally is a dual citizen from Scotland, but also from Moore Park, California. 32-year-old Marty McCleary gets the start. McCleary is making his, for this postseason, sorry, I went to my wrong section. McCleary is making his 5th postseason start this season. He is 1-0 with a 3.43 earned run average, 21 innings of work. He's given up 19 hits, 8 earned runs, only walked 4. That's a plus for McCleary, but sometimes walks have been a little bit of an issue, and he has struck out 26 on the season. For McCleary, during the regular season, he was giving up a 249 average against. Tougher on righties at a 212 pace. McCleary with a 3-pitch arsenal. He throws the fastball mid-upper 90s. He throws the slider. And would you guess what a guy called the Scottish Screwball might also throw? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what he might throw.
The screwball in the back pocket.
That seems to math. So I guess he throws a screwball as well there. McCleary is an 8-year veteran here. He originally was an 8th round pick back in 2022 by the then Oakland Athletics from Calvary Chapel High School in Santa Ana, California. McCleary is ready to go in his 1.0 career, which is available when you look at the website. But as I add it and find it, all this data is available on a file I have from Out of the Park 11. Tim, did you successfully get into Out of the Park 11 as I was advising yesterday? 67 and 94 record, 4.47 ERA in 10 seasons of play. I see we're over 31, close to 32,000 hairballs up for grabs here on your over-under prediction, and we're right at the halfway mark of the bet. You've got 15 minutes remaining to get your predictions in. McCleary is ready to go. Before we continue, let's just quickly introduce you guys. Who's the community-created players in this game tonight? Jack Trainer. That's Buffalo Jack out in left field for the Rangers. Alex Lee, long-time Fluffy Katie Ninja. King Butcher over at short. Andre Dawson III is a person named Abaderci, who I do not know of late, or have not seen of late. But of course, none other than Flying WV. You know him whether in Red Rock League or whether you're in eMLB. Flying WV, John Cowgill over at first. Lightning Lola Thurman is behind the dish tonight. She is the CCP of the general manager of the Rangers, Jamie Thurman. Jamie might be here, doesn't look like it. So here's the conundrum we have in this specific series. One of our general managers, Jamie Thurman, lives in the United Kingdom. It's already Thursday for him. Meanwhile, Steve Kim is our general manager for the Padres. Steve might be listening to this as I speak, but he is likely in 5 lanes of traffic in LA. So there's no chance in heck that 3 hours behind me and another 5 hours ahead of me would have a good success chance of hooking up here. So for now, it is a non-managed game, which means we're watching everything in one pitch mode only. AI will be making the call, so I'm literally figuring things out on the fly. Don't be shy if you see a change, like a different defender or pinch hitter coming in that I might not have mentioned. Don't be shy on telling me, hey, Kamish, because I don't have anybody tell me I'm bringing so-and-so in here for this one.
Hello there.
Hello there. That is Trigger the OG, who I have seen elsewhere. Welcome on into the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show. All right, everything set as AI. We're ready to get started for the Padres, your community-created players. We'll start it off with the law office of Kim, Lawless, and Kim. Una and Asher are the children, now CCP of Steve Kim. Jack Lawless is Midnight Drary's community-created player. He has a new player coming into the draft this year. He's the only knuckleballer. Again, my rule now, only one CCP knuckleballer per draft. That's now been acquired by Midnight Drary's player. So you'll have to wait till next season, next draft, if you really wanted a knuckleballer in the universe. That's it for CCPs. Is at the top third of the lineup, at least for this particular game. We saw Paul Bailey surpug CCP as a player pitching in the last game. He is a hitter off the bench, but he doesn't start on this Padres lineup like he did with Arizona. All right, with that, let's get this game underway, friends, and we'll get the Queen of Diamonds, Una Kim, to start us off here. Una doing okay so far, 2 for 8 in this World Series. She has a double, 2 stolen bases, and a couple of walks. For the entire postseason, 286 hitter with 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. She is on many a list due to her playing a lot. This is her 89th career postseason game. She is 6th all-time in hits in the postseason with 108. She is 34th in home runs, 31st in RBI. She is 6th, tied for 6th in runs scored. She's one run scored by Una tonight. She'll tie Mike Trout for 5th all-time. So she is on many a list. Friends, I'm happy. For those who know me, you know what this is. I don't give free advertising. But it's a certain seasonal beer talking about a certain type of season and a certain type of festival in Germany. It is smooth. It is my favorite beer. My wife found a 28-pack today, so here's the first. So whatever we want to say, sláinte, cheers. Thanks for being here. Regardless, let's get this game underway. eMLB game of the night. Game 3 from Globe Life Field here in Texas. Birds are so loud tonight in the background. 1-1 pitch from McCleary. Hard shot over to first. John Cowgill will get his first opportunity tonight. No yips on that one. Again, we talked about it at the top of the show. that John Cowgill gets to start at first versus DH tonight, giving Vladimir Guerrero the night off after having two big gaps on the field in Game 2. There's your first out of Game 3. We are underway. Again, many thanks for you being here tonight. Thanks again to Dr. Dynastic for sending everybody over. Jack Lawless, the 26-year-old from La Crosse, Wisconsin, 18 home runs during the regular season. Just 1 for 9 so far in this Fall Classic, but it was an opposite field home run in game number 1. Now a career 277 hitter in his time, as is now his 29th career postseason game. 1-1 pitch to Lawless. He'll drive that to left center field. That's going to be trouble. It's going to get down. Hampton's going to have to play that off the carom of the wall. No doubt for Lawless to get in with a 1-out double. Jack Lawless turning on that pitch with complete confidence. That'll be his 4th double of this postseason. And now with a runner in scoring position and 1 out, here comes the real franchise of this team, Asher Kim. Asher, 30-year-old from Irvine, California. 1 for 6 so far in this Fall Classic with an RBI. Now a .307 career hitter with 24 homers and 54 runs batted in. I'm sorry, I got to step back on that. It's .306. My AI, I think, missed a step. .306 average, 24 homers and 55 career RBI in what is now his 91st career game played. Asher also on many lists. He actually is ahead of Yuna in total hits. He is tied for 4th all time with 113, and he is 4 behind Manny Ramirez, who is 3rd on that list. He's tied for 13th in RBI. He is 9th in runs scored, 3 behind Yuna, actually. So again, lots of leaderboard categories in the postseason for the Kim family. You got about 7 minutes remaining to put your bets in tonight, and we are over 58,000 hairballs. It is nice work out there. A 3-ball, 2-strike pitch here to Asher. Pushed out towards first. That is a routine play for John Cowgill. He'll step on the bag. That'll be the 2nd out. Easy sending over to 3rd for Jack Lawless on the play. We have 2 outs now. Here comes one of our major matchups we're watching tonight. Mason Auer will come to the plate. Auer's 2 for 6 so far in this World Series. Has kept the ball in the yard, though. Does have an RBI and drawn a couple of walks. Auer 32 home runs during the regular season, but all of them were against righties. A 282 average with 32 homers and 81 RBI. That means he had no homers and just 12 RBI while hitting .227 against lefties. A total freak of nature. Hits better against the arm that he is on the side of. Auer, the 24-year-old from Joplin, Missouri, coming up. Hitting .260 this postseason with 4 round trippers. 1-strike pitch. Lifts it into shallow center field. It's going to be over the head of Lee for a base hit. Mason Auer is going to get our first run of the game, and San Diego will strike quickly. RBI single, 9th RBI of this postseason for Auer. It is his 2nd of the World Series. He gives the Padres an early 1-0 lead. Doesn't get any easier after Auer because you have an equally potent bat of Luis Manzanares. The 26-year-old from the Dominican, the first baseman, might be struggling at the dish with the average, a 120 average in this entire postseason with 3 homers, and 8 runs driven in. He is 0 for 6, but does have a sac fly RBI in this fall classic. Did hit 40 home runs during the regular season. A 2-2 pitch. Check swing, appeal down at first. They say he went, and he goes down.
Oh, no.
That is going to retire the side. The ad break is almost done for those who are on the ad break. So with that, half an inning in the books, Padres will get on the board. They'll leave an extra runner aboard. We go to the bottom of the first. You still have 3 outs remaining to get your prediction in tonight. You write that in the chat. Who's winning? San Diego or Texas? You also want to include a number. That number is how many runs you think the winning team will score. If you have an eMLB community-created player in the universe, you don't want to miss any of these bets. You got 4 minutes remaining to also get your prediction on how many total hits will be done tonight. Tonight in regulation, in case it goes extras, 14.5 is your bar, and you've already got 2. Bottom of the first coming up here from Globe Life Field. 1-0. Padres in World Series. Bottom of the first, before we keep on going, let's introduce the Padres defensive starting 9 in this one. It'll be Mason Hour in left field. You know what? I have a little fun with doing this. I mean, I pay for it, right? I pay to have this sponsorship and had this made, so let me do this real quick. Yeah, I should do this with this. Mason Hour is in left field. Unikin will be in center. Al Hinton in right field. Charlie Maskey over in the hot corner today. Asher Kim is your shortstop. Jack Wallace over at second. Manzanares is behind the dish. Juan Benitez is behind the plate. I said Manzanares behind the dish. He's over at first. Benitez is behind the dish. And on the hill tonight, it is 27-year-old Charlotte, North Carolinian, the diminutive 5'9" right-hander Jimmy Sherman. Don't let that 185-pound frame fool you. He can still throw upper 90s, such a 97, 98 pretty regularly. Sherman this postseason, this is his 4th start. 1-0 record with a 2.93 earned run average in that time. 15 1/3 innings of work. He's given up 14 hits, 5 earned runs. He has walked 5 and struck out 14 this season. Is the bet even? No, it's not. It's a little uneven right now. Sherman with a 5-pitch arsenal. He'll throw both a fastball and a cut fastball. Cut fastball probably a little bit of a better pitch that he has with movement. He also throws a slider, a sinking fastball, and a changeup. Sherman has spent all 5 of his years here in San Diego. He was a part of that World Championship team back in 2029. He went 4-0 in that postseason with a 1.42 ERA, really establishing himself as a pitcher to be feared. Former first-round pick back in 2027 out of Seminole State University in Sanford, Florida. He was drafted by the Boston Red Sox, who probably want that do-over because they traded both Sherman and T.J. Hooker was a community-created player in exchange for Dylan Carlson. I will say over and over that San Diego won that deal through and through. All right, bottom of the first, Texas to the plate. Jack Trainer starts it off. Trainer, the only real guy who might be red hot here in this series for the Rangers. He is 3 for 7 so far in his first 2 games of this series with a double, a home run, and 2 runs scored. He is hitting this postseason a .305 pace with 2 home runs and 5 RBI. Texas Ranger Burger is a solid choice up here in the press box, says Tim. A 3-ball, 2-strike pitch here for Jimmy Sherman to his first bat of the night, Jack Trainer. He'll jam him inside with a nasty 95-mile-an-hour pitch. That looked a bit like the cut fastball, but it's saying fastball on the scoreboard here.
That's the old pepper boy. That's the old
pitching. That's putting it over the old plate, boy.
That was an impressive first out of the night. Jimmy Sherman showing he means business as he gets it started this evening. Sherman actually already in his time is already on the top 100 postseason list of all time, having 5 career wins. That has him tied for 67th all time. A win tonight would move him up to 44th. One out now, King Butcher's Alex Lee will come to the plate. Lee has been at least the 2 for 7 average here with a double and a walk. Finds himself hitting still a very impressive 406 this entire postseason with 3 home runs, 12 RBI. He comes into tonight with 22 career postseason games. And his 7-game hitting streak during the postseason ended in Game 2, going 0 for 4. Now you have dinner ideas, says Biggie. 0-2 pitch to Lee. Down in the zone, Lee with a big cut on it, but he will come up empty.
I keep pitching them and you keep missing them.
That is back-to-back strikeouts for Jimmy Sherman to get underway this evening. 2 outs now. Here is a bat that the Rangers faithful are hoping turns around real quick. Lola Thurman comes to the plate. Is hitting .344 this postseason with 4 homers and 14 runs driven in, but 0 for 7 with a sac fly RBI coming into tonight's game. That is not what they were hoping for. This is Lola's, excuse me, I feel like the data is not correct. It is her 83rd postseason appearance in her career with a career .314 average. People would think that a .314 average is pretty good, but when you're talking about a player who's a career .339 batter in regular season, you'll be like, we don't get the best of Lola. Lola must be tired from all that catching she does behind the plate. A 1-2 pitch. On the outside corner, strike 3 gets rung up. Wow, what a start. Jimmy Sherman going Godzilla mode right to the top of the lineup. That is the end of the first. We head to the second inning here. 1-0 San Diego. Jimmy Sherman striking out the side to start this game off. Six, 7, 8 hitters will be coming up here for San Diego, starting off with one of the bigger bats in the 1.0 universe. The big train, Al Hinton, was a .278 hitter. Now, I like to point out, in case you haven't been here before, when we talk about the 1.0 universe, it's very important for you to understand it was much more offensively dominant, meaning like a .270 to .280 average is kind of like what eMLB does now with a .250 average. So it's very fair for me to tell you to oftentimes look at what a career average is, .278 for Hinton in his 1.0 day, and subtract 30 to 35 points to say, is the 2.0 version of this player at least doing adequately in regards to his ability to get on base, I guess. But Al Hinton in the 2.0 universe, nowhere near the dominant player that he was in the 1.0 universe. 320 career home runs. This one doesn't even have 100. He's a 32-year-old from Samson, Alabama. Still a useful part of this team. He is hitting .216 coming into tonight with no homers, 4 runs driven in. Again, he played in Game 2 yesterday. Sat out Game 1 with the left-hander. Game 2, he went 2 for 4. All right, yep, it is now second inning bets. Midnight Dreary confirming that if you have been betting since we switched over, you are a second inning bet. 1-0 pitch. Lifted out towards shallow right center field. Long run going there for Wyatt Langford, but he will get there in time to make the play. There's a first out here in the second. One out now for Venezuelan, the tallest man on the Padres, the 6'9" left-handed bat of Juan Resendez, your designated hitter. Resendez had a great game too, just one hit, but it was a home run to dead center field, 412 feet. It was the tie that ball game at the time. He hit it off of John Calgill. Comes into tonight with a 243 average this postseason. 2 home runs, 5 RBI, and 1 for 4 with that home run in this fall classic. Boulevard Baseball has a bet in. Good luck to you. A 2-strike pitch. Hill, swing and miss. Might have expanded the zone a little bit there. I like what it says there that McCleary put a little hot sauce on that pitch.
Fatality.
Or wait a minute, if he put hot sauce, this is probably a fairer one. 100 miles an hour on that pitch. Second strikeout of the night for McCleary. And now 2 outs. One of our bigger stories here in this entire fall classic is the youngster Charlie Matzke, 26-year-old from Hampton, Virginia. Never had one at-bat in his major league career regular season-wise. Due to the fractured wrist of Fernando Tatis, he is thrust into battle, and Charlie Matzke has been a Cinderella story here in this World Series. 2 for 7, the 2-run homer that he hit in Game 1, and then he followed up Game 2 with a double to right center field and scored. Charlie Matzke 2 for 7 in this series, a 180 hitter with 1 homer and 2 RBI for the former 3rd-round pick back in 2028 from Princeton, New Jersey, Princeton University. That's why he is nicknamed from Princeton to the Prince of San Diego. Brett, gifting or doing some bidding. Let me write that down. Thank you, Brent. 2 outs now for Matzke. He'll wait on a 2-2 pitch. Hill, swing and miss. Absolute smoke thrown here by the Scottish screwball with a nasty slider.
Emotional damage.
That'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. You've got 3 outs to get your 2nd inning bet. You've also got 3 outs to get your ticket in to participate in the first of 4 giveaways being done tonight. Hey, Tim, you and I are on the same page there. Bottom of the 2nd, Jimmy Sherman struck out the side here for the Padres in the 1st inning. He'll now get the heart of the order here. We'll start it off with John Calgill. Flying WV's community created player gets the at-bat. Calgill, 24 years young from Morgantown, West Virginia. A .259 average this postseason. 2 home runs, 13 runs driven in. He is 0 for 4 so far this postseason, this World Series, including a hit by pitch. Sherman's first pitch to Calgill. He won't wait. A slow grounder down to 3rd. Charlie Matzke has it. He's got time. He'll fire to 1st, retiring Calgill. 1 out here. Over 57,000 in attendance here at Globe Life Field. Again, Rangers no stranger to getting to the Fall Classic. They were here last year against the Cardinals, losing in 7. And of course, you go back to 2027 for their first appearance in the 2.0 era, where they lost to Cody Koshin's Pittsburgh Pirates. In case you did not know, here's a fun fact. Right now, the National League has won the last 6 eMLB World Series. Rangers have lost 2 of those. They are trying to get the first World Series title for the American League since the Houston Astros did it in 2026. Vladimir Guerrero is somebody who probably is feeling the test of time. 34-year-old from Montreal comes in after a horrid game number 2. He is 1 for 6 in this series, does have a couple of walks. Those 2 big errors in game 2 just stick out like a sore thumb, considering he had 2 errors in 69 regular season games. Guerrero for the postseason, a .241 average, 2 homers, 10 runs driven in. All in 2 strikes. He swings and misses. Another nasty pitch, 100 miles an hour on that pitch for Jimmy Sherman. 4th strikeout of the night for Jimmy Sherman. He is feeling it here. That is your 2nd out. And with that, we get to the man. Oh, you can hear it in the background. Oh, let me do it. Let me see if I can. Oh, that's not the right one. We're at his home park. We got to do it at least once. Chris Reeves, 4th overall pick back in the 2026 draft. The 25-year-old from Fort Myers, Florida, 161 average this postseason, 2 homers, 5 runs driven in here for this postseason, 0 for 8, and a daunting 5 strikeouts so far for him. 3-0 pitch from Sherman. He will miss low, the dreaded 2-out walk on 4 pitches as Reeves will get down to first. Community credit player Andre Dawson III comes out. 27-year-old from Montreal. Got a couple of Montrealans in this one, in Guerrero and Dawson. Evidenci created this CCP. He's 1 for 3 in this World Series. He's been caught stealing twice, though. He's also been hit by a pitch for his entire postseason, a .214 average with 1 run driven in. And good success lifetime against Jimmy Sherman. These 2 faced off a bit. 27 at-bats, 9 for 27. Almost 1% of Andre Dawson III's career at-bats are all against Jimmy Sherman thus far. 1-2 pitch. He will line shot right at second, but that's a soft liner to Jack Wallace. Barely had to move, almost an atom ball. Side will be retired. Rangers will leave a runner at first. 2 innings are in the action. It is the number 9 hitter, the National League Championship Series MVP, Juan Benitez, comes in. Benitez did take Game 1 off due to the left-hander, but comes in Game 2, went 1 for 3 with a run and a walk for the postseason. .226 average, 2 homers, 4 RBI, 3 career postseason home runs. His most memorable one as part of winning one of the 4 games the Padres had to do to be world champions back in 2029. I remember it very well. Cleary back to work on a 2-2 to Benitez. In there, called strike 3. The old screwball will do him under.
There's something screwy around here.
Why, yes, there is. It's that screwball from Marty McCleary. That'll be your 4th strikeout here on the night. Back to the top of the order will go. It's the Queen of Diamonds, Una Kim, coming to the plate. Una tonight, 0 for 1. Good cutie. Hello. Look at you. They're such smuggers. If you love cuddly pets and you want to try a bird, get yourself a conure. They are so stinking cute. You're so cute, so affectionate, very playful. The coolest conure is on TikTok. Look for Mango the Conure. He hangs on the dude's steering wheel, and when he turns, the bird does a full spin, just hanging on for dear life and loves it. It's funny. Ball and 2 strikes to Yuna. She'll roll it down towards first. Cowgill to his right has it, throws it over to McCleary. That looked a little iffy. McCleary had to reach up for it, but pulls it in. That will still be an out, but a little bit more possible hijinks over there at first. Hello. Hi. 2 outs now, the Lawless one. Jack Lawless comes up. Lawless tonight 1 for 1 with a base hit. Had a double. Yeah, there are a lot of women players that we have in our eMLB universe. We do not discriminate. A 2-1 pitch to Lawless. Out towards center field. Hampton will go back, but still has plenty of room. Pulls up with a lot of real estate still. He'll make the play, and it's 3 up and 3 down here. Don't you poop on, Dada. Don't you poop on, Dada. Yeah, that would be great. Bottom of the 3rd we go. That means 3 outs remaining to get your final prediction in for tonight. You can still win 75 balls of yarn if you are correct. Yes, no poopy, please. Go to Chip. No poopy. But she's getting in the neighborhood when I think she will, so I'm going to go 3 more outs. And at the end of the 3rd, I will do the quick break, go to the bathroom, and get my little girl to bed. We have a routine. We play peekaboo. All right, bottom of the 3rd, 8-9-1 hitters coming. As we talked at the top of the game, we mentioned the bottom 3rd of the lineup has been completely adjusted. Andre Dawson in to replace the ailing Sebastian Wagner offensively. Wyatt Langford moving from the number 7 spot down to the number 8. Maurice Hampton still in the lineup. Wyatt Langford, the real-life player. Of course, we're in the year 2033. In our universe, we're adding players that have not been in the file that are real-life players that we want to face off and talk about. Wyatt Langford, one of those, so he is a man out of time, because in 2033, yes, indeed, I heard you. In 2033, Wyatt Langford would be older than 24. In our universe, 24-year-old from Trenton, Florida, coming in 150 average this postseason with 3 homers, 11 RBI, and an 0-for-8 start in this ball classic. What are you doing? First pitch swinging, that is going to help. That's all he needed. A little bit of home cooking for Langford. First pitch he sees, he'll send it out into center for a base hit. That's his first hit of the Fall Classic. And with a runner at first, nobody out. Another guy struggling, but not known as much for his offense. Maurice Hampton will come to the plate. 0 for 7 with 4 strikeouts here so far in this Fall Classic. Is hitting a 125 average with 1 homer and 2 runs driven in this series. Or no, in the playoffs. I'm distracted by her munching. Hello. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Yeah, we look in center field. Yuna Kim is a female. First pitch, runner's on his way. No throw from Benitez as he's trying to come up throwing, but it looked like he had a little bobble on the transfer. That's going to be a stolen base here for Wyatt Langford.
Meep, meep.
Langford will get his 3rd postseason theft this year. Oh, okay, I understand. So, Lisa, those are mini games. The team is, if you join in on the heist, a lot of people play the mini games because it's one of the many ways to accumulate balls of yarn. that help people improve their community created players in our universe. Again, we welcome people to create. We have almost 400 players that are community created players. For those who missed it earlier in tonight's game, your CCPs, you guys are Una Kim, Asher Kim, Jack Lawless for the Padres with Paul Bailey on the bench. He pitched in game 2. And then for the Rangers, it is Jack Trainer in left, Alex Lee at short, Lola Thurman behind the dish, John Cowgill at first, and again, Cowgill on the mound too as a two-way player. How do you create them? There's the link I just provided. And of course, you can also join us in the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Discord. Yeah, Tim provided the form. I also did it as well, and I just provided the Discord. Discord is the best place because if you're watching the show here, you only get about 20% of the actual whole ordeal. The other 80% is done inside of the Discord. Some amazing stories done by our community. Yes, there's the a fast up. So if people choose to support themselves and support the show and the efforts I'm doing here, you get a fast start. Tim just provided that information in the chat. But for the first 4 months that someone is new to us and they sub to the channel, they will get additional boost to get themselves going.
And I dance.
Go Rangers.
Go Rangers, says Flying WV. Thank you for that. All right, Langford at second, a one-strike count here to Hampton. Hampton will drive that out to center field, right in the direction of Una Kim. She will make the grab for the out. No advancement from Langford. Yeah, so you know what, Lisa? You technically are already a sub now that I pay attention that you have a little dagger next to your name. We are Fluffy Kitty Ninjas and we like our weapons after all. So you do have a gifted sub already, so feel free to create a player. I will be notified when you've finished it. If you have questions, best to join in the Discord, and you can definitely learn on what you... we have a wonderful community of people who will be happy to help you get your player all set. Now, we do want to say something, though, just so we can set an expectation. We're a storytelling universe. We're very slow. So the draft that your player would be in wouldn't happen until either mid-late October or early November. Just want to set an expectation so you're not like, hey, when's my player being drafted? We're a very slow-tailing universe. You can be a part of the amateur draft. 34 teams are drafting for 25 rounds. Every community-created player gets drafted. We do every one real-life calendar year, we do 2 seasons. We've been doing this since I started this thing 26 years ago, right where I'm pointing. It says since 2000 right underneath the glowing logo behind me. This past Sunday made our 26th anniversary as a brand that has been providing this entertainment for you guys. You're slow too, just ask FTM, huh? You've been around longer, first responders, so you have a two-way dagger. You've got one of those that's kind of like a Darth Maul saber without the glowing red ends. First pitch is in there for a strike. Throw down to third, on its way, and it's going to get into the outfield. Langford gets up and rushes for home. That's going to be your first run for the Rangers as Wyatt Langford makes it happen. He gets in with the stolen base. And then there's an error for Juan Benitez.
Go!
And that is going to have us at a tie game now, 1-1. You're kidding, right, FRP? Come on. Now, the biggest thing for people to understand with that slow movement gives you plenty of time to get used to the universe and how we run and what we operate. And it also gives you time to improve your play. It's not just boosts, not just gifted subs. It's not just donations. It's not just monetary that helps you improve. time is the most important commodity anybody has. My time is valuable in doing this because I've got 11 pets, I got 5 kids, I've got a chronically ill wife. So, yeah, so the time I spend here, I can't thank people enough. I don't expect any of it. But to get it, it keeps things running. It keeps her saying, yeah, I guess you can keep doing this. And again, it gives her an excuse because we have a merchandise store. My wife loves making stuff, not just for the league, but we love sending it out. You guys are some of her biggest supporters. 3-0 pitch to Trainer. That'll miss outside. He did check the swing. They're not even going to peel down to third. They say go take a walk. Yes, Ray. He's so adorable. Hey, don't bite. Bite. Jim, thank you for the annoying obedient Anise Strawberry. Berry. Link on the moment. 1 out, Trainer at first. Alex Lee, your batter. 0 for 1 today. 3-0 count for him. Sherman all of a sudden having some issues. Back-to-back walks. 2 aboard now with 1 out. Big opportunity here for the Rangers. Lola Thurman would like to break out of her over. She's 0 for 1 today. 2 cats. We got 2 cats too. Then we got a dog. Then we got a tortoise. Then we got a lion-head rabbit. Then we got a hamster. Then we got a beardy.
So mad about it, too.
Then we got 4 birds. 4 boys. Right?
If the truant opposite wasn't here, I'd give him a point.
Thurman on the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Check swing, appeal down at third. Got him. Lola winces on the call, but the Sportsnet K-Zone says perfect pitch right at the knees. 5th strikeout of the day for Jimmy Thurman, and a big one. You got 2 outs now. Sherman with the opportunity against John Cowgill here. They might make me declare myself as a zoo. Good news is, if you come on over, we will charge a modest admission, but we'll give you food to feed. We'll give you food to feed you, but we'll also give you food to feed the pets. This little cutie loves blueberries. Loves favorite. Yes, we give you the same fruit, but good news is it's blueberries, it's pistachios, it's apples. Commissioner Marlon Perkins. The 2-strike pitch. In there, called strike 3. Thurman with a big strikeout of Cowgill.
Emotional damage.
That is going to retire the side. Rangers do get on the board from the shenanigans on the base pass from Wyatt Langford. That'll cause an error from Juan Benitez to tie this game at 1. 3 innings are in the books. No more bets. Midnight Dreary, thank you very much for doing the bets. Feel free to send those over to me in Discord now. Your job is done. Thank you again. You'll get 600 balls of yarn for your help. With that, this little cutie is ready for bed, so let me step aside real quick. We'll be back. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break as well. You're watching Game 3 of the eMLB World Series here. We will be back momentarily. Please don't go far. And as always, we remind you we're in the midst of our giving season. The 7th annual Fluffy Kitty Ninja Charity Streamathon will be on the last weekend of August 29th and August 30th. Apparently I am muted. Sorry. I thought I was unmuted, but here we are. All right, back live here, 4th inning, Fluffy Kitty Ninjas, Game 3 of the World Series. Marty McCleary back to work here. He's got the heart of the order at Asher Kim, Mason Hour, Louis Manzanares. 2 up. Asher starts us off 0 for 1. 3 hits so far for the over-under prediction. Rounded down to short. Alex Lee with a diving play. The throw over to first is going to be offline. It's just off the mark. A good block there from Cowgill, who went off the bag, but they are going to call it an E6 here on Alex Lee.
Go!
Thanks, Bug. It's nice to see you, too. Kim will reach due to the E6. Nobody out. Mason Hour, the batter. It has been a tough series defensively. That was charged to Alex Lee. Hour, the batter. 1 for 1 with an RBI. One strike pitch. Well struck to left center field. I think he got all of that one. Manzanares will say sayonara
Cats.
to that. Can I get it out? I can't. Louis Manzanares with a 2-run homer. That makes that error a little more painful. It is. I said, my goodness, where am I? It's Mason Hour, the 32 home run guy, all against righties. Shows why he's good against righties. What planet am I on? Killer King Cobra, thank you very much for your tier 1 resub. 2 months. And again, because you're doing it in those first 4 months, you're getting an additional 3 boosts as a fast start. That'll go to Joel McNabb, if I remember correctly. So again, gets 3 bonus boosts for that tier 1 resub. I appreciate you doing it. It's a 3-1 game. Now that I have the right guy, Mason Hour, the cleanup hitter, doing that. Dynamic doing some biddies. Or is it, are you changing your name to Dybamic now? Let me circle back with you on that in a Discord at a separate time, Killer King Cobra, but there is boost count sheets. Hold on. So I gave you the right one. You're a pitcher. So there's the, did I use the right command? No, I didn't. Dang it. Not batter. That's the, is it pitcher? I think it's pitcher. Yeah, pitcher. There is the boost document. And you're welcome to include, you got 5 additional boosts tonight. So you're going to see 5 on the boost sheet. You've got 10 total. Yes, we want the boost sheet for pitchers, not for belly itchers. Thank you for the Little League. That just brought back Little League big time for me. Thank you, Tim, for the wealthy, nasty Bibimbap panic basket. Link of the moment. I feel like a panic basket here because I'm just calling everything horribly since coming back from the break. Manzanares, now your batter, 0 for 1. On a 1-1 count. He gets jammed, but still pulls it hard towards center field with a good zest. Hampton is going to make the grab, though, on the liner for the out. There's your first out. Al Hinton will be the batter. Hinton tonight is 0 for 1. Killer King Cobra, I should also mention, if you didn't see down below, thank you for that tier 1 resub that added 1 point, which means I am donating an additional $4 to Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to help strike out cancer in kids of all ages. Hitting first pitch swinging, it's a slow roller down to first. Weak grounder to first. Cowgill with the easy step on the bag for the second out. Yes. the 500 bits that you donated does count. So I have to get 4 of that. It just doesn't update it automatically. It will manually, I have to manually adjust it. So in all honesty, I'm right on that screen anyway, I think. MS is pretty near and dear to me because I have a dear client that I'm actually helping the daughter right now who is an actual MS patient herself. They're very avid MS supporters, and I have donated to their causes. So, 1 second here. That's going to vanish for a sec. So it should be 93 points now. And for sub points. There we go. All right. So Dynamics has been added now. So that's $372. I'll be donating to Dana Farber. Your mom has it for 10 years. Another one that's dreadful. Juan Resendez will be the batter. 0 for 1. My mom is battling pancreatic cancer, but there are many reasons. I've been doing this for a while now. We originally started this, for those who don't know, we originally started raising money to strike out cancer in kids when Dominic, then 9 years old, lost a classmate to a rare form of brain cancer. He did have the best Halloween ever this city saw before he passed away. 2-2 pitch. He will strike him out with ye old screwball.
The screwball in the back pocket. Yow!
However, the error from Alex Lee leads to an immediate launch into the 8th row from Mason Auer into left center field. It makes this a 3-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And again, for those who don't know, Dynamic being somebody who does searches regularly in our Discord for mostly his players, but you can search Brock Joseph, not Brock Lesnar, Brock Joseph. That is our iteration of honoring the person who originally is the reason why we created this charity streamathon that we have now done for 7 years. All right, bottom of the 4th, Jimmy Sherman is now handed a 2-run lead. Let's see what he does with it. Continuing troubles for the Rangers, just 1 hit in this game. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Chris Reeves, and Andre Dawson III are coming up. Guerrero 0 for 1 on the 3-2 pitch. That is driven out to left field. He hit it pretty solid, but the problem is he hit it right in the direction of Mason Auer. Low degree of difficulty for him on that catch. That's your first out. 1 out now for Chris Reeves. Reeves took a walk at his first at bat, 1 of 3 that have been issued by Jimmy Sherman. 2-1 pitch. Reeves hits that a ton out to right field. Going back to the corner, reaching up for it. Just beyond his reach is Al Hinton. Opposite field, home run for Superman, Chris Reeves.
Brilliant!
Chris Reeves will get his first home run of this fall classic. It is his 9th home run of his postseason career, and he gets this game cut in half. It's 3-2. He caught it pretty decent, a 94-mile-an-hour pitch, low and just to the outside of the plate. And Reeves did all he could to direct it just inside the fair pole for a home run right down the right field line. Andre Dawson III will try to see if he can build some momentum off of Reeves' hit. 0 for 1. You take that back. I know why you're saying it, because you're in this World Series. But you take that back. Ugh. A ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Got him with the changeup. 7 strikeouts now for Jimmy Sherman. One more time, he will find himself in Godzilla mode. Mowing him down at the plate with 7 Ks here through 3 2/3. He'll face off against Wyatt Langford. Now Langford had a base hit and then stole a couple of bases and scored on the errant throw from Juan Benitez. Ball and 2 strikes. He got him swinging. Godzilla mode continues. 8 Ks on the day for Jimmy Sherman, but he will give up an opposite field home run down the right field line to Chris Reeves. We head to the 5th inning in this game, now 3-2. Tim, thank you for the Alive Tired Swallows link of the moment. And with that, we also transition over to the segment, Journey of the Starters, brought to you by 2 sponsors of the Flippy Kitty Ninja Show, APM Music and Moonbrew. Marty McCleary, 4 innings into his World Series venture. 3 hits, 2 earned runs. He hasn't walked anybody. Struck out 5 on the day. My wife wanted to buy a snake mirror at Home Goods today. Looks very Medusa-ish. And all I was like was, Charlie Matsky, Juan Benitez, Una Kim coming up. Matsky, first pitch, swinging, slow roller down to short. Gonna have to hurry as he's a pass just in time for Alex Lee. He will make the play, but Lee had to hurry it as Matsky was getting down the line pretty quick. That'll be your first down here on the 5th. Oh, I gave her the look, all right. I'd have gotten the look back, too. 1 out. Juan Benitez, 0 for 1. Ball and 2 strikes. A grounder down to 3rd. You know what? I have to stop for a moment because I got all excited and all thrown off here. There's 2 outs here, top of the 5th. But, all right, we get back to the 5th. It is 2 outs. Una Kim is your batter on a 3-2 count. Una slaps it towards short, but right at Alex Lee for a routine run throw over to Cowgill in time. It'll be a 1-2-3 inning here for the Padres. We are halfway through this ball game now. We will go to the bottom of the 5th. It is San Diego leading 3-2. And it is Journey of the Starters, again brought to you by APM Music and Moonbrew. Dynamic, you know, maybe because she was using, oh my God, I'm spacing on the name of it, but the platform that's gone there for AI, and she had made videos of Langley. I was going to say you could use that picture, that face, maybe check with Pop and see if she has any AI-generated faces for Justin Langley, and then try to use that for face check. Just for fun. Thinking outside the box. Bottom of the 5th, Jimmy Sherman, 4 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 earned run. It was on the home run to Chris Reeves in the last inning. He also has walked 3 batters and struck out 8 on the day. Again, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned, I should be specific. So 66 pitches so far. He'll start off the 5th with Maurice Hampton. I almost said Maurice Hamster. Anybody else have that problem when they think of the word hamster? They did the hamster dance from way back when. 1-1 pitch, grounded down to first. Manzanares will wave off Sherman. Goes to step on the bag at first. We'll be out. Yeah, check them out. Some of those videos might not work anymore because the platform that it was done went under. It's a platform that got $1 billion offer from Disney that got pulled. And I think that's what did him in. Jack Trainer will be the batter. Trainer tonight, 0-for-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Drives that out towards right center field. That was pretty well hit, but Hinton had a good read on it right out of the gate. Good first step from the big train. He'll get there into the gap in time to make the grab. Robbing possible extra bases there for Trainer. That is your second out. Were they trying to extend your car warranty? Bots are known for that. Alex Lee, your batter. 0-for-1 tonight. First pitch he sees, slow roller up the middle. Asher's got to hurry. The throw hard over to first in time is going to still beat Lee by about a step. And a good work there to get out of the inning. Both sides go quietly here in the 5th. Onward to the 6th inning we go here. San Diego leads this one 3-2 with 5 hits in this game. Remember, the over-under prediction earlier was 14.5. Under starting to feel pretty comfortable. Attica's also pretty good on that as well. Now, that is what I have asked Attica to do. And again, I'm just going to say that if you engage with anybody in the community, especially Attica, who's kind of put himself in a position to offer services to the league, I just ask that you be thinking of giving him something in return. Generally, boosts are adequate enough so that it helps him work on his players for the time he spends helping you work on yours. Jack Lawless will start us off here in the 6th. McCleary will continue to go here. Still looking pretty good on 70 pitches thus far. And it's still a pretty competitive game here for both sides. Lawless 1-for-2 tonight with a double. 2-strike pitch from the Scottish screwball. Up in the zone. That looked more like a slider. Slider will get it by him for the strikeout. It's the Orioles. They are easy mode. Hey, Pop. 1 out now. Asher Kim will be the batter. Still looking to get out of this slump in this fall classic. 0-for-2 tonight. A 3-ball, 2-strike pitch. On the inside corner, that looked like the screwball. Man, that pitch did some nastiness coming inside to get the called strike.
The screwball in the back pocket.
Wouldn't that be the front pocket when it gets on the front like that? 7 strikeouts now for Marty McCleary. He also enters Godzilla mode. 7 Ks for him, 8 for Sherman. 2 outs here in the 6th. Mason Auer with the biggest hit of the night, the 2-run homer in the 4th. 2-for-2 tonight with all 3 RBI. 3 balls, 1 strike. Auer swings, hits it out to right field. Hinton is going back, pulls up right in front of the warning track. Will make the grab with probably about 1 step back to the fringe of the warning track to get him how close he was to the wall. Side is retired. The top of the 6th is done. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Padres still leading this one 3-2. Trying to take a very dominant 3-0 lead. Jimmy Sherman back to work here. 75 pitches. He's got the heart of the order. The toughest bats in this Rangers squad. And Thurman, Cowgill, and Guerrero due out. Full count pitch to Lola. She'll slap that out to center field. That's a pretty good hit out there. Yuna will make the play deep in the zone. She's going to throw that out to Asher. Might be a little off the mark there. That's going to make it an easy stand-up double for Lola Thurman. Lola gets a double. That's her first hit of the series, is it not? Yes, it is. And it is a double. Man, the music's like really quiet. It's there, but it's just quiet. All right. John Cowgill is the batter with a runner in scoring position, tying run in scoring position. Cowgill 0 for 2 today. Sherman's first pitch going to be rolled towards third. Lola being aggressive. Playing it safe is Matsky. I don't know if that was a rookie mistake or not. But Thurman very aggressive to the ball on the left side. She will get there. Matsky will get the out of Cowgill, though, so he'll fall to 0-3 tonight. 0 for 3. We got one out and a tying run 90 feet away. Infield coming in to try to get the speedy Lola Thurman at the plate. Ah! Right. Platt 0 for 2 tonight. Really in a bind here. 0-2 pitch. Rolls it down to short. Asher watches Lola. Throws to first. Big play there from Asher Kemp. Looking at Lola almost immediately. Perfect hand-eye coordination from the Gold Glove winner. Asher, of course, 3 Gold Gloves in his major league career, showing why he's one of the best at what he does at short. 2 outs now. Chris Reeves had the home run in his last at bat. He would love to do it again here. 1 for 1 tonight, including a walk. The 0-2. We got a new pitcher. And it's popped up. Juan Robles came in. It's popped up. Benitez is going to try to get it. Nope, he'll give away to Lawless, who came a long way running with how high that one went. He'll get there in time. That will retire this side. Robles gets the final out, ending the night for Jimmy Sherman. He is in line still to get the W if the score holds. We go to the 7th inning now here at Globe Life Field. Marty McCleary's night is over. He is going to give away to the left-hander, Chris Wilson. Wilson, a 32-year-old veteran from Anderson, Indiana. 1-1 this postseason with a 4.35 ERA. 10 1/3 innings of work. He's given up 9 hits, 5 earned runs. He has walked 3 batters and struck out 11 on the year. 2-pitch arsenal. Predominantly, it's the curveball that's been the best pitch from Wilson over the years. Throws a cut fastball in the low mid-90s. Wilson still a pretty darn good pitcher. Any pitcher who's got 299 career saves in their time between Cleveland, Kansas City, and 14 saves here for the Rangers this year is a pretty good pitcher. Anderson, of course, been around for 10 seasons. He was originally a second-round pick by the Cleveland Guardians from the University of North Carolina, Tar Heel, back in 2022. AJ Ron. Top 7 we go. Manzanares, Hitton, and Resendez coming up here. Manzanares 0 for 2 tonight. He'll await a 3-2 pitch from Wilson. We'll drive that out to center field, but Hampton with a good read on it will get into position to make the grab for the first out. Number 7. Hinton comes to the plate, not as good against the lefties. Just a 138 average during the regular season. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Two ball, 2-strike pitch. Got a slow roll towards second. That is played there from Dawson. Fire to first in time for the second of the inning. 2 outs now. Juan Resendez will come to the plate. Resendez tonight is 0 for 2. Ball and 2 strikes. Got him to go after the pitch outside the zone with the old breaking ball.
I cannot hit curveball. Straight ball, I hit it very much. Curveball,
Bats are afraid.
Well, bats were afraid there. We are now through 6.5. You know what that we affectionately call it, the 7th inning stretch. Let's take it away, Ty Webb.
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. I was born to rub you. But you were born to rub me first.
It is the 7th inning stretch here, Game 3 of the 2023 eMLB World Series. Padres come into this one in Texas, 2-0 lead. And they now have a 3-2 lead here as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Josh Core will be summoned from the pen. Core we have seen already in this series. Pitched in Game 2. He got the win for the Padres, going 4 solid, giving up 1 hit, no earned runs. He walked 1 batter and struck out 5. And here he comes. What, that second one? Second one's from Price is Right. All right, Dawson, the batter, 0 for 2 tonight. 1 for 4 lifetime against Josh Core. Ball and a strike. Hit that toward short, just beyond the reach, and through for a hit. Smoked that to left side, and it was just enough English away from Asher Kim that it will find its way through. Dawson gets his 2nd hit of this series. We now have 7 hits on the day. We need a lot of hits in order for any chance to get the overs victorious tonight. Dawson at first. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run at the plate. And Wyatt Langford, who's 1 for 2 tonight with 2 stolen bases and a run scored. On a 2-2 pitch. Out towards left center field. He got a lot of it. Going back is Yuna Kim to the wall, but she's going to watch it hit the back end of the bullpen. 2-run homer for Wyatt Langford. The move to the number 8 slot seems to have worked for the youngster Langford. His 2nd hit of the night, 4th home run this postseason, and the Texas Rangers have their first lead of tonight. Maurice Hampton will be the batter. 0 for 2 tonight. On a 2-2 pitch. Hampton rolls it to third. Bobbled over there by Matsky, the rookie. Go! Matsky will have the faux pas. The sloppiness of defense continues in this series. That's the first time that you're like, what would Fernando Tatis do? Mike, I see your redemption for $3 million cash. Could you tell me if you want it as Team Cash Immediate or escrow, please and thank you. And Tim, thank you for the Gleaming Prickly Tubers Clam Champ. Okay. Sure. Oh, there's plenty of detail in this thing. That's why eMLB has been using Out of the Park going back to Out of the Park 5. We're getting ready to convert to Out of the Park 27, so do the math. We've been around for a while. What would Fernando Alonso do? So the boss is a boss battle. Boss battles are you get into it and you end up winning or losing. And when you win, it costs you 50 balls of yarn to participate. But then when you win, you get like a 35% reward. So that's why you see 83 balls of yarn awarded too. Now that's actually I'm mixing it with the heists. I forget the formula on the boss battle. Anyway, Hampton at first. by way of an error. 3 straight batters have reached. Yes, it just finished, so now it's about 20 minutes away. We'll probably be able to get to one more boss battle before the night is done. 3-1 pitch to Trainer. He will drive that out to the gap left center field, but good range for Mason Hour, who will get the play for the out. One out here. Alex Lee, your batter. Lee is 0 for 2. Well, the good news is, Eagle, you're watching the base game. You could play the base game all you want. You could, a lot of people do it. You could cheat your way into being the best offline, but this is online where it's much more competitive. I like to tell people that anybody who wins the World Series at eMLB is a real good manager, even if some of it's luck, but it's a real good manager.
Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, and I dance.
Just got here. Seems errors are prominent again tonight.
Unfortunately, they are. We just saw one from Charlie Matzke. You had one yourself earlier, and it led to Mason Hour in the next at bat, hitting a 2-run homer in the 4th. 3 errors tonight, 5 in game 2 for those who were not here. On behalf of King Butcher. Go! Alex Lee now the batter. Thank you for the Tier 3 resub there, King Butcher. 57 months and another $24 going to Dana Farber. We're at 99 points, as you see down at the bottom middle of your screen. $396 going to Dana Farber Cancer Institute, which again, we're waiting until it gets to the full 250. I'm assuming we'll get there before we get to the Streamathon. So if it gets there, that's a full $1,000 I'm donating to Dana Farber. Two-two pitch. Lifted out towards center field, not very deep. Eunice coming in a few steps. She'll be there in time to make the grab for the second out. But that's the fun of it, Eagle, is you get to try how you think you want to be a manager, and you get to try how you want to do things. Maybe, Punk, I might add a level 5, because, as it says, we're on the boss level right now, so we're doing the boss battle. We're trying to get to Bowser, which is the 250 points. And as far as we know, once we get to the 250, I donate $1,000, and we don't have to go find the princess in another castle. Or do we? We'll just have to see if I'm willing to do more donating to Dana Farber, won't we? I mean, I've already only done about $1,900. So, and that's not counting what you see down below. Big E will cash in some hairballs tonight. All right, let's keep her going. Lola Thurman will be the batter. She's 1 for 3 tonight. We got 2 outs. Hampton is at first. 1-0 pitch. Into left field. Drops in for a hit. Lola's got another base hit. Here comes the play over to third. Gonna be close. Hampton just gets in. I don't even know if he realized the throw was coming. But he will get to third. Lola with another base hit here. Runners at first and third. Big opportunity for Johnny Calgill. First responder, is that a true question you're asking, or is it a silly question? I talk about it almost every show, where I say, balls of yarn are the currency of the Fluff Kitty Ninja Show and the lifeblood of the MLB universe. For every 1,000 balls of yarn, you use exclamation boost and get a boost. But since we know this, we definitely know the first responder is one of those guys who really loves to play with his balls.
That's what she said.
He'll wait until he does 5,000 balls of yarn. And then when you have 5,000 balls of yarn, you use exclamation mega to summon Lionel, the Lord of the Thundercats. Comes on in and whoops some Samurai Dog booty for his cousins, the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas, And don't listen to the propaganda of pop stars saying they're not cousins, because they are. All right, runners at first and third. Cowgill chomping at the bit here on an 0-3. 2-2 pitch on its way. Out towards left field. Hours getting into position. He has it. He'll make the play. Cowgill with a quiet night at the plate. But a big inning there for the Rangers. Rangers off of the home run from Wyatt Langford go to the 8th inning now with a 4-3 lead. Chris Wilson is back. Yes, it's Pop again. Yes. So, first responder, do me a favor. Well, you did cap, yes. But when you have 5,000 balls of yarn, you can use exclamation mega, and that gets you 6 boosts. So the price of 5. That's how that works. All right, Charlie Matzke, Juan Benitez, Yuta Kim will come up. Matzke with an error in that last inning. It didn't cause any further damage, but now the Padres are trailing for the first time tonight. Matzke 0 for 2 on a 2-2 pitch. Checks the swing, appeal down at first. They say he went, and he goes down. Yep, wrong button, Kamish.
Fatality.
Yes, my game calling ability tonight is a total fatality. Second strikeout of the game here for Chris Wilson. Yeah, nothing. You don't have to rush anything. I mean, look, Flying WV is trying to get to as many balls of yarn I have, more fun than anything. And yes, so there's 2 different types of currency, Lisa. The bot currency is the balls of yarn. So all the commands, the mini games and stuff. And then the hairballs is the Twitch channel points. That is why there are oftentimes when you're here early, there are 2 different bets you can do. So you'll see that there is something that's not been satisfied yet. We're waiting for the outcome. The over-under prediction. We got 9 hits on the game tonight. 14.5 is the over-under prediction. Right now, the under is still in control. That's one way. That's using hairballs. Balls of yarn are the separate currency, which we originally used. We had hairballs 3, maybe almost 4 years ago. To see your hairballs, look on your, I'm not sure if you're watching on a phone or not, but look down near your chat box and it will tell you how many hairballs. There's a circle there. If you're looking on a laptop, it's normally below the chat box where it tells you like how many bits if you own bits and stuff, and how many hairballs is right there. There you go. And then you can see what the redemption rewards are on there. All right, it's Juan Benitez here with 1 out, 0 for 2 tonight. A 2-2 on its way. Swing and a miss. Wilson working it well with the curveball on the outside corner.
It's a trap.
It is absolutely a trap with how Wilson throws that pitch. It just really fools people. Might have been a little outside the zone, but people gotta commit. It is 3 strikeouts. Yeah, do what Tim just did, the exclamation points command. And if you want, we have a full command, so you can do exclamation commands. Let me do that for you. Here's a full list of your commands that you are eligible to do. And the commands are specific. It'll tell you if they're specific for certain things. Sure thing. We're a very helpful community around here. We're all trying to have fun, and one thing we love, baseball. A baseball. Yuta Kim will be the batter now with 2 outs. She is 0 for 3 tonight. She'll go to the right side. During the regular season, she was a .260 hitter against lefties. Ball and 2 strikes to the Queen of Diamonds. She'll roll it down to third. Superman has it. A long dart over to Cowgill. Did he leave a hole in the glove? Kryptonian joke. 1, 2, 3. Go the Padres here. Top of the 8th. We will go to the bottom of the 8th, and for the first time tonight, we'll tell you that the Rangers are in control as they come up trying to add some insurance in a 4-3 ball game. If the Rangers win this game, that assures you that we will be here on Saturday at noon Eastern for Game 5 of the eMLB World Series. Game 4 will be at our usual Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. Josh Core is going to keep on going here. That I find interesting. AI is still on. Sometimes I check just to make sure. Just like some of you guys hit an exclamation ticket like 8 times to make sure you're in. Vladimir Guerrero, 0 for 3. Full count pitch for Core. It's going to miss inside. It's going to be a leadoff walk. Got a runner at first. Chris Reeves will be the batter. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He had the walk. He also had the home run just on the inside of the right field foul pole. Core's pitch to him. He'll go after it. Slow roller towards the mound. Core has to hurry the throw to second. Just going to be in time. The graphic stinks. But there you go. He did get the lead runner in Guerrero for the fielder's choice. There's 1 out. If it tells you it hasn't been accepted, it means you're already in. That means you got in early. You were eligible for the 6th inning bet that I remember. Flying WB. Or we banned you. Yeah, my money's on the banning. Got you for escrow there, Flying. No, none of that. If you're here, you're here. You know what, friends? I want to take a quick moment before we continue. I want to give a huge shout out to the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Nana, as well as the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Pepe. Yep, my mom and dad. Happy 54th anniversary to my wonderful parents. They are enjoying a little time. Again, it's been a tough couple of years, especially for my mom and her pancreatic cancer battle. They're having a nice time about a couple hours north here. They've been sending us some pictures of their view. Nice photo of both of them. I'm going to share it. It was so cute. They look nice to me. One moment. Sharing time. 54th anniversary, and there they are enjoying some fun off near the wharf, having a nice little time. It's a lot of years. You know what my grandmother once said to my mom? Those two didn't get along very well in the early days, but she found a lot of respect for my mom in the later years, and she said, you know what? You got a first-class ticket to heaven when your time's up because you put up with a lot of hell on this planet. That means putting up with my dad, so. I love my grandmother. Reeves is at first. Andre Dawson will be the batter. Dawson 1 for 3. Oh, you bully dynamic. 2-0 pitch. Dawson will roll it to second. Lawless diving play. Throw over to first. What a play there from Midnight Dreary, CCP. I was worried when I saw him dive. I said, you know what? That's generally a formula for errors, but here you go. We had a nice play there from Lawless. They will get Dawson at first. Reeves will get to second safely. Insurance run in scoring position, and a man who gave him the lead, Wyatt Langford, comes up. 2 for 3 tonight with the home run and 2 RBI. Yeah, Lisa, I don't think you got in because you did a space with exclamation and heist. They have to be together. So you had it right. Just put the exclamation and heist together, then a space, and then the number for how many balls of yarn you're spending. I know. You still got time. Hurry it, hurry it. It's a 2-minute timer. You'll be told when the battle against Hong Kong Phooey begins. 2-2 pitch. Oh, hug you bully. Pops it up. Foul territory on the backside. You just got it in, Lisa. There you go. You just won, too. Perfect timing right as the timer was up, and you won. Meanwhile, inning is going to be over. We're going to go to the 9th. Last chance now for the Padres. Again, a win here will ensure that we'll have some Saturday baseball here this weekend. It is 4-3 Texas. Chris Wilson's going to keep on going. We'll see if he keeps going for the full inning or not. Yeah, you don't always win when you participate. It'll be the law firm or part of the law firm of Wallace and Kim, followed by Mason Auer. And that's important to think about Auer. Remember, 32 home runs in the regular season, all against righties. He had 227 with no homers and 12 RBI against left-handers all season long. It is, for pun intended, with Chris Reeves on the field, it is kryptonite. I'm surprised McClure isn't pitching, but look at this. McClure was marked red, and I think it's because he threw 40 pitches and was listed as tight. I think Jamie Thurman said he's getting the night off. So, as far as we think, no McClure tonight. Where's the law firm who runs the heist? Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe? I still prefer the newest one from the Three Stooges movie that came out not too long ago. Kick 'em harder and into groin. Wallace 1 for 3 tonight with a 3-1 count. That's going to be lined into right field. Base hit. Wallace takes the corner. He'll stay at first. Tying run is on the base pass here. We're glad you're enjoying it, Killer King. Wallace at first. Asher Kim still dealing with the over here. He would love to break out. 1 for 3 lifetime against Chris Wilson, including a home run. eMLB Network cameras are focused on Bill McClure, who would generally be in an instance like this, but he is nowhere to be found. Where else would they go? Would they go to Rojas again? Would they go to Chris Lavinia? We'll see. Kim on a 2-2 pitch. Back to the mound. Wilson's got to hurry to second for 1. Throw to first. It's going to be a double play. I hate the animation, but it's a double play.
Starch asked me, what do you think the cornerstone for Axel Von Doom's new volcano layer in Colorado will be worth after he dominates the world? Well, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff come through the door, but a cornerstone for a volcano layer in Colorado?
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
If Axel Von Doom really dominates the world, that thing could be worth a fortune. Maybe $10,000 to the right nut job. But I'm going to have to start you at $200 each, and I'm
$200. Oh, Rick is just trying to do nasty Rick Harrison things. Thank you, Pop, for the biddies. $200. It might be worth 10 grand, but I'll start you at $200. That sounds about right. Thank you for the biddies, and wow, what a development there. Rangers do get the double play. That's why we say it's not MLB The Show when it comes to the animation. But it was a double play right when the Rangers most need it. There's 2 outs now, and this is the man. Chris Wilson might as well be the toughest closer in the history of the eMLB when it comes to Mason Auer. He is 2 for 3 tonight. He did have 2 hits in game 1 against the lefty, but still for the year. 227 average and 132 at-bats. Not one homer and 12 RBI. Mason Hour is bizarro world when it comes to his splits.
Find out next month on Dragon Z. Dragon Balls. Balls.
First pitch from Wilson. It's up. It's into left. It is being aligned by Trainer. He'll make the grab. And the Rangers are going to win another eventful ball game. What a World Series we've been having so far, friends. And there is your first win for Texas as they will win this game by a 4-3 score. And the series now is 2-1 for San Diego. 10 hits on the night, so we didn't get anywhere near the under still, the over-under split. So again, 60% of the bet with about 85,000 hairballs. Oof, what's some betting? I love the betting going on here, friends. Unders are victorious. Congratulations to those of you who did it. You got a nice little reward. Again, thank you to everybody who participated. We had 17 people participating in tonight's action. Again, Texas 4 was our final prediction. Midnight Dreary isn't here anymore, so I don't know if anybody right offhand recalls if they bet 4 or not. We don't get a lot of 4s. San Diego, 4 hits on the night, and only 2 batters got hits. Mason Hour and Jack Lawless. They each had multi-hit games, 2 for 4. Mason Hour, though, had the real night of everybody. He had a 2-run homer. He had an RBI single in the first, then a 2-run homer in the fourth. But in the time they most wanted him to hit for homers, it was that 9th inning with a left-hander on the mound. Texas, 6 hits on the day, almost identical. Lola Thurman had 2 hits. Wyatt Langford had 2 hits, including a home run, a 2-run homer in the 7th. That was the game winner, actually, that home run. Chris Reeves had a home run into right field back in the 4th off of Jimmy Sherman. And then Andre Dawson, the 3rd, was 1 for 4 on the day. Langford, again, also was feisty on the base paths. He had 2 steals. And he also scored, causing an error by Juan Benitez. One of 2 errors tonight for the fielders. Alex Lee had the 1 error for the Rangers. Marty McCleary went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned. He didn't walk a batter and struck out 7 on the night on 85 pitches. Gave way to Chris Wilson. Wilson goes 3 innings to be the victor, improves to 2-1, just 1 hit scattered over the 3 innings, and then 3 strikeouts on 44 pitches. Jimmy Sherman pitched pretty darn good himself, 5 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned. He walked 3 batters and struck out 8. Robles had just 3 pitches thrown to get out of the 6th inning. Josh Core came in for 2 innings, gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs in that 2-run homer to Wyatt Langford, gives him the loss. He falls to 1-1. Marty McCleary is your player of the game. I would want to give it to either Langford or even Auer. I'm more likely to give it to Langford because of the home run, the 2 RBI, the 2 hits, and the 2 steals, and the 2 runs scored. But they're going to give it to McCleary. I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it. And no, sir. I am a real horse. Yes, it does. All right. I'm going to advance the decks. All right. Well, we love having you here, Lisa. Thank you very much. We'll hope to see you again pretty soon. Not a a bad idea, Die Hard, but let me see who else is about, because I have other people that I also want to recognize and support. So we have Lone Star. We have Brendan are doing the Podcast Pals League, a historical league. We have Benny Kaga. And no other affiliates. I'm not used to Wednesday night streaming, so I didn't know who to consider. So those are your choices. Benny, Lone Star, or just put PPL for the Podcast Pals League. First 1 to 3 will be our victory. I will consider Die Hard's Lone Star as 1 for Lone Star. I'm not sure what 1 is. I'm sorry. Let's be specific. So Die Hard said Lone Star. So either say Lone Star, PPL, or Benny, BENI. 1 for Benny, 1 for Lone Star, 2 for Lone Star, 2 for Benny. That is 3 for Lone Star. We're going to go to Lone Star. Thank you for everybody who participated on that. I'd love to send it over to Benny, but I see 3 different people saying Lone Star, so we will send you over to Lone Star. And we will, hey, why not? I have no problem giving him the push. Absolutely. All right, guys and gals, we have multiple here. I'll get the file out to everybody. I was working on team players earlier. Let me make sure. Yep. All right, we're back to right where we're supposed to be. Get back to where you once belong. Right? Friends, thank you much for being a part of tonight's show. Let's get you out of here in the style that you know best. The eMLB Universe and the 2033 eMLB World Series, sponsored by APM Music. You hear gathering crowds, you say, hey, that's from This Week in Baseball growing up, and it's now eMLB's theme song for 3 years on closing. Of course, our amazing eMLB theme song on the front end, all from APM Music. Then Moon Brew, your tasty way to better sleep, better health, better cortisol. Try Moon Brew today. Back to Litter Box, I am going because Fluffy Kitty Ninjas do assassinate, and you're looking at their victim. Next time I can find some glue and tape, I'll put my head back on straight and we'll be back in front of you. Game number 4 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern, friends. Time to hit the trumpets. And for those here who don't know, all the emotes you see from this channel are all from my amazing daughter. Friends, as always, we want to remind you that how you think, it does direct your life. When you think you're best, you're going to be your best. I firmly mean that, and we always tell you, go out there, do your best, and don't be shy. Come on back. We want to know the good stuff going on in your world. We mean it. We love hearing the good stuff. We want to be your advocates and cheerleaders as well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for enjoying the eMLB World Series. Over to Lone Star we go. Lone Star! The only man daring to give us the raspberry tonight, right? Peace!